Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Plymouth Regional High School as we get set finally after a rain delay of an hour for this NHIAA interdivisional baseball matchup featuring the Bobcats of Plymouth Regional High School and the Spartans of White Mountains Regional High School. Hello, everyone. I'm Dan Salzer here on Granite State Sports Network and Pemmy Baker TV, bringing you complete coverage of this one. And it's been a task to get the field ready after storms just rolled through here over the last couple of hours. The field is set and we are ready to go for this one. Ken Maddox getting the start on the mound. Bunt laid down here, shown by Jack Curtis for the Spartans. Will lead off, the shortstop. Foul this one back. And Jack Curtis leading off. Tyler Hicks will bat second for the Spartans, who come in with a 9-5 record on their season. The defending champs in Division III. Another bunt shown, missing, and taken for a strike. Griffin Crane, the pitcher, will bat third. Braxton Brown, the center fielder, will bat cleanup for the Spartans. Connor Bossy, the second baseman, will bat fifth. Riley Corrigan, the right fielder, will bat sixth. Braden White, the designated hitter, will bat seventh. Garrett LaChance, the left fielder, will bat eighth, with Brody LaBounty catching and batting ninth for White Mountains. Curveball just missing. 2-2 count here to Curtis. Get the defensive order for Plymouth in a minute. This one pulled foul to the fence. Changeup misses in the dirt. Runs the count full 3-2. Off the end of the bat, sent at second. Brickley, nice throw over to first. In time, one away here in the first inning. Looking at the defensive lineup for Plymouth here. Again, Maddox on the mound. Johnson catching behind the plate. Quainley at first, Brickley at second, Green at short, with Baxter at third, and then left to right in your outfield, Green, Costa, and Malm. This one lifted foul out of play over to the bleachers on the first base side and just drops out of the catch of a fan. Wasn't looking like we're going to get this game in. Big puddle at short between second and third a little while ago, but heads up play by the Crews as this one fouled by Hicks, sent over at third and across the diamond. 2 away here. Bring up Griffin Crane, the pitcher. First pitch offered, sent at second. Nice pick by Brickley in the backhand. Throw over in time for the play. That ends the side. 1, 2, 3, go. The Spartans here in the first. Bobcats come up next here on GSSN and Pemmy Baker TV. Back here live for the bottom of the first inning, we look at the batting order for Plymouth going into this afternoon's matchup. Again, Henry Green with a shortstop will lead off. Devlin Costa will bat second and play center field. Nick Quainley will play first base and bat third. Andrew Baxter will bat cleanup and play third base. Cole Johnston, the catcher, batting fifth. Owen Brickley, the second baseman, batting sixth. Ken Maddox, the pitcher, batting seventh. Patrick Malm, the right fielder, batting eighth. With Connor Green, the left fielder, batting in the 9 spot today. And defensively for the Spartans, Crane on the mound. LaBounty catching, Carr at first. Gunnar Carr, that is. He's not hitting today in the DH role. Then Bossy at second, Curtis at short, Hicks at third, and then left to right in the outfield for the Spartans here this afternoon, LaChance, Brown, and Corrigan. Bobcats enter today 9-4 on their season. Heading down the home stretch here in the final week of the regular season. And the shortstop and Henry Green leading off. This one missing low. Fouled off of Green in the batter's box is the call. High and inside, and then say it hit him. So leadoff batter on here for Plymouth Regional. Bring up Devlin Costa, the center fielder. Sun trying to peek out from the clouds here after the torrential rain we've had the last couple of hours. Slider for a strike. The lefty and Crane on the mound here for White Mountains. Preseason picks to defend their title here in 2019, but it's been a rough go of things at the moment as that one misses. Chase back off and running, though. There is Green, and he's in safe with a stolen base. Good read there by Green at first. A nice jump. This one misses in the dirt. Make the count 2-1. And on the hands, lifted towards center. That one's going to drop in. Runners are going to advance into the corners now. So Green at third. Costa with the first hit of the game, and it goes to Plymouth. Bring up Nick Quayle, the first baseman. Showing bunt off and running here is Costa. And he'll get in there with a stolen base. So now two runners in scoring position. Fastball finds the strike zone. This one just missing off the plate, coming from Crane. Green at third, Costa at second. Still no outs here. Reaching for it and just getting a piece of it, they're saying there is Quayle. This one off the end of the bat, foul on the third base side. This one sent at second. Bossy throw over, and that's the only play he can make. So a run will score here in green and a 1-0 lead for Plymouth. Good sacrifice there for Nick Quayle. One down now. Moves Costa over to third. So to bring up Andrew Baxter, the third baseman. This one will miss. Lifted foul out of play, straight over the backstop. Great view from our center field camera here today. This one in on the hands, pulled foul. You can see the residual effect of that rain there at shortstop. You can see it, some still water hanging around there, but deemed playable today. Fastball swung on and missed. Strike three. A great pitch there for Crane. His first strikeout of the afternoon. 2 down. Colt Johnston, the catcher, will step in. Looking at driving the run of Costa at third. Down towards the feet on the curveball. Quick feet there by Johnston to step away. Fouled straight back. And you just wonder how long it's going to be for both teams to really settle into this game as this curveball catches that top right corner, or the top left corner, I should say, for a strike. Makes it count 1-2. Just having to try to warm up. No infield for either team really here. So this fastball stays high and away. So effectively just starting the game cold. You kind of get up for it a little bit. You got the long bus ride for the Spartans to come down here. And on the hands down low, fouled off on the first base side. We'll do it again. So Costa still standing on third. A 1-0 lead now for Plymouth. Colt Johnston trying to continue the bottom of the first here for the Bobcats. Downstairs, strike three, back-to-back strikeouts looking there for Crane. That will retire the side, but not before Henry Green comes home for the only run so far of the game. We head to the second, 1-0 Plymouth Regional. Back here for the top of the second inning. Brown, Bossy, and Corrigan due up for White Mountains. They trail 1-0 now. Three-camera setup. You see everything happening around the ballpark here. Our great producer, Andrew Fenn, giving you these shots here this afternoon on GSSN and Pemmy Baker TV. Again, hard to believe with all the rain, all the snow that New Hampshire's had to deal with this spring that it's the final week of the regular season. Playoffs are just around the corner as everyone looks to make it back to the Northeast Delta Dental Stadium for the championships coming up at the beginning of June. So far, Maddox has gone 1-2-3 against White Mountains in the first. All three groundouts. We've seen Brickley make some nice plays, especially the one that ended the side against Griffin Crane in the first. Braxton Brown, the center fielder, will step in now to start this at bat, and he'll take a strike. curveball fouled off. Just nubba down, and that one will be an easy play for Maddox, and one away, and 4 straight retired for White Mountains. And busy final week here on GSSN. We'll have complete coverage of boys lacrosse for Plymouth Regional tomorrow afternoon. And softball senior night on Friday over at Chase Field at Plymouth State University. As Connor Bossy, the second baseman, steps in. Great pitch there from Maddox for a strike. Catches the bottom corner on that curve. 0-2 count here to Bossy. Another off speed, just misses away. Correction, boys lacrosse Wednesday, not tomorrow. You know, coming off vacation, mess with everyone. This one chopped down at short. Green charging in, throw across, and a great reach there by Quayle to retire the out there. And Bossy, so far 5 up, 5 down for White Mountains to start this game on some great defensive stops by Plymouth. So Riley Corrigan, the right fielder, will climb into the box here and try to get something going with a 2-out rally for White Mountains. Change-up right over the middle for a strike there for Maddox. And battle of lefties here today. Maddox almost with that knuckleball looking pitch there in the outer part of the plate, misses. Curveball down and in. This one at third base line, charging in is Baxter, and they're going to call it foul. This one off the end of the bat and straight back and out of play. One-two pitch. Another change up. This one lifted to center field, and charging in is Costa. That'll retire the side, so 6 up, 6 down for White Mountains. We head to the bottom of the second, 1-0 Plymouth out ahead.
The NFHS Learning Center is the leader in online education for the interscholastic community. At nfhslearn.com, you can find over 60 courses for coaches, administrators, officials, parents, students, and performing arts programs, including over 25 free courses such as concussion in sports, heat illness prevention, sudden cardiac arrest, and protecting students from abuse. For more information, visit the NFHS Learning Center.
6-7-8-2 up for Plymouth Regional here in the bottom of the second. Owen Brickley, Ken Maddox, Patrick Malm due up for the Bobcats. Again, it was a tough start for Crane. Gave up that run in the first. Only one hit of the game. First pitch offer. This one sent at short, and Curtis makes the throw across. 1 up, 1 down here in the bottom of the second. So now the pitching duel. Once again, Ken Maddox will step in. Trying to help out his own cause. And it hits him right on the shoulder. Second hit by pitch there for Crane this afternoon. So that'll bring Patrick Malm, the right fielder, to the plate. Get only one hit in this ball game so far. Seen some great defensive plays as someone skips into the dirt. 1-0, swung on and missed, and we'll even the count up. Fastball challenging there from Crane. In for a strike. 1-2 now the count. Trying to get his third strikeout of the afternoon. He ended the sign on back-to-back strikeout looking of the Bobcats and gets another one here. 2 away. The bottom of the second. Bottom of the order for the Bobcats now, and Connor Green, the left fielder. Curveball just hangs high. Out of the hand there of Crane. This one set foul on the third base side. This one in the dirt. At the count, 2-1 now. Great pitch there from Crane. Catches the bottom corner. A little bit of a slider. We'll even the count at 2-2. Trying to end the side with no more damage. This one will get away, though, from LeBounty, and off in taking second there is Maddox. Call that a wild pitch. So now another runner in scoring position. Third runner in scoring position today for the Bobcats. Strike 3 looking. Fourth strikeout for Griffin Crane. And no more damage can be done. We head to the third inning. It's Plymouth Regional 1, White Mountains nothing here on GSSN and Pemmy Baker TV. Back here for the top of the third inning. Bottom of the order, 2 up now for the Spartans. Brandon White, Connor LaChance, and Brody LeBounty expected for White Mountains. So far, Ken Maddox has pitched a gem. 6 up, 6 down, and only one shot has reached the outfield grass. And that was the last one on Riley Corrigan's shot to center field that was snagged by Costa. Some great defensive stops behind him here this afternoon. Offering there for a strike is White. Brandon White, the designated hitter here today. Sky high, staying on the dirt. Camping out underneath it is Green for out number 1. So Garrett LaChance, the left fielder, will step in. Righty's going to try to get something going for the Spartans here in the third. Again, only 7-inning games here in high school in New Hampshire. Maddox delivers. A curveball misses well down and in. The 1-0. Change up for a strike right over the middle. Again, Maddox changing up his speeds nicely. Loves to work with the off-speed pitch. Working quickly here. Another one that fools. Strike 3. And the first strikeout of the game for Ken Maddox. Prony Labounty, the catcher, will bat now for White Mountains in the 9-hole. First pitch offered. That'll be sliced foul out of play. The 0-1. Curveball just slips out of the hands there of Maddox and stays high and away. We'll leave the count up. Half offer to foul territory. Diving forward is Quayle in foul territory. That ends the sign. A 9 up, 9 down so far for Ken Maddox. And the Bobcats, they lead 1-0 as we head to the bottom of the third. So Plymouth here in the bottom of the third trying to get some more insurance runs. Back to the top of the order we go for the Bobcats. Green, Costa, and Quayle, 1, 2, 3, due up here for Plymouth Regional. Green was hit by a pitch, stole a base, scored a run all in the first inning. So this one's sent foul. Green gets this one to drop in left field, and he'll get his first hit of the game and a leadoff single for the Bobcats. Bring up number 9, the center fielder, in Devlin Costa. He's singled to center, stolen a base, and was stranded on third back in the first inning. Got only 2 hits of the game go to the Bobcats. A throw over, checking on the runner and diving back safely. There's Green. Another throw over, checking on Green. He'll get back standing up this time. No throw, but a step off from Crane. Already 2 stolen bases for the Bobcats here. Off and running on the pitch, and that one's dropped by Labounty, so a stolen base on the strike for Green. Second stolen base of the game. This one lifted to right center, and that one's going to drop. Moves Green over to third, and a good piece of hitting there for Costa. So runners on the corner for Nick Quayle, the first baseman, who has an RBI. He grounded out on the sacrifice that brought home Green back in the first inning, trying to do it again. Still no outs, bottom of the third inning. And a 1-0 lead for Plymouth. Crane gets the sign he wants, now delivers. Snap thrown down the third. Green will get back standing up. Good idea there from Labounty. This one lifted at shore, and Curtis underneath it for one out. Send Andrew Baxter, the third baseman, to the plate. Baxter's 0 for 1. He struck out looking in the first inning. First pitch offered, sliced straight back to the backstop. So it's Green at third, Costa at first. One out here, bottom of the third, and a 1-0 lead for Plymouth Regional. Curveball catches the corner there from Crane. 0-2 count. Sliced back, we'll do it again. This one grounded at short and bobbled by Curtis. Green's going to come home and score. And a 2-0 lead now for Plymouth. Call that one a hit there for Baxter. We'll see what the official scores do. It's a hard shot right at Curtis. Bobbled it, but don't know if with speed you would have beaten it. Bring up Cole. Johnston, the catcher, who's 0 for 1. He struck out looking to end the side in the first. But 2 in scoring position, or was 2, now just Costa in scoring position at second. This one lined to left center field for a hit. Rounding and coming home is going to be Costa. They're going to put the brakes on halfway down the line. And a great single there for Johnson, his first hit of the game. Thought he was going to make it home, as we're going to have a visit here on the mound. And Griffin Crane is having some difficulty here with the Bobcats in the third inning. First bases loaded situation of the afternoon for either side. And Costa at third, Baxter at second, and Johnson now at first after that beautiful single to left center. Quick visit here. See if Crane can settle down. He does have 4 beautiful strikeouts, all of them looking here today. Only 1 out now in the third, trying to end the damage. Just got to focus on the plate. This one skips in on the curveball. One out, fastball, catches for a strike. Long wait, home plate umpire on the call. 1-1, lifted towards right field, and charging back for it is Corrigan for 2 away. Tagging and coming home is Costa. Then a 3-0 lead now. Great sacrifice coming from Owen Brickley. And 2 outs in the bottom of the third. It'll bring up the pitcher and Ken Maddox, trying to help out his own cause. He was hit by a pitch last inning. Now with runners on the corner. Baxter at third, Johnson still at first. 2 outs now, bottom of the third. Throw over, checking on Johnston. Easily gets back standing up. Another quick snap throw over. Close play at first, but Johnson dives back safely again. Third straight pitch over. Third straight time, Johnson gets back in safely. Still waiting for our first pitch at the plate in this at-bat to Maddox. Now it comes, and it hits him again. For the second straight time, Ken Maddox has been hit by a pitch on the first pitch from Crane. That'll reload the bases here for the Bobcats. So now Baxter still at third, Johnson at second, Maddox at first. And a chance to break things open. Bring up Patrick Baum, the right fielder, who's 0 for 1. He struck out looking. First pitch swung on a miss upstairs. Ominous clouds rolling in from behind home plate from our vantage point here over the right field fence. A fastball stays high level there from Crane. Leaving the count at 1-1. Hopefully the rain stays away. Curveball misses, down and in. Again, the entire state of New Hampshire in a severe thunderstorm watch until 9 p.m. So just trying to race through this one as another pitch in there for a strike from Crane to even the count up again at 2-2. Foul tipped, reaching forward. His mom got ahead, was expecting another fastball, got the off-speed pitch. Two again. Downstairs, just missing there from Crane, trying to get his 5th strikeout. Makes the count full 3-2. Off and running is everyone. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. The 5th strikeout for Griffin Crane. He gets out of a jam, but 2 runs come across for Plymouth Regional here in the 3rd. They lead it 3-0 here on GSSN and Pemmy Baker TV. So we head to the top of the 4th inning. And again, Ken Mannix has pitched an absolute gem so far for the Bobcats on the mound. 9 up, 9 down so far. And only 1 shot has reached the outfield grass. Top of the order we go. Jake Curtis, Tyler Hicks, Griffin Crane due up for the Spartans. First pitch offered, pulled foul on the first base side. Jake Curtis, the shortstop, 0 for 1 with a ground out to second to lead off the game in the 1st inning. This pitch stays high and in. We're leaving the count at 1-1. Offered at, sent at 3rd. Baxter throw high across the diamond and not getting down as Quayle trying to toe tap. We'll see if that's going to be an error. I would think it would be. But since we can't see the scoreboard from our vantage point, we're going to give him a hit on the infield. Throw over, checking on Curtis, not in time. Bring up Tyler Hicks, the 3rd baseman. He's 0 for 1 as well. A ground out to 3rd in the 1st inning. This one lifted to right field. Mom underneath it and 1 away here in the 4th. Griffin Crane, the pitcher, will step in, try to help out his own cause and get back into this with his team trailing by 3. Curveball misses in the dirt. Nice job there from Johnson to knock it forward. Keeps Curtis at first base. Big swing and a miss. We're leaving the count at 1-1. Crane trying to swing for the fences on that one. Change up. Catches for a strike. 1-2 the count. Those dark clouds have moved off out of the distance. Beyond 3rd base. Off and running here is Curtis, and a close play at 2nd. And he will slide in safely. First stolen base for the Spartans here this afternoon. Their first runner in scoring position. bring up Braxton Brown now. Brown sky-high shot in foul territory. Quayle charges over for the out that retires the side. So, White Mountains gets their first hit of the game unofficially from our standpoint. We'll give it to them there. And a leadoff shot from Jack Curtis, but they can't get Curtis home from second. And we will head to the bottom of the fourth inning, 3-0 Plymouth Regional. Back live now, and a new pitcher for White Mountains here. In the bottom of the fourth inning, it's going to be Braxton Brown, who was playing center field. He'll switch with Crane. As Crane struggled towards the end, even though he did get 5 strikeouts to start the game. See what Brown can do here. 9-1-2 due up in the order for Plymouth Regional here as we hit the midpoint of this one. Connor Green, the left fielder, will take a strike to start this at bat. He's 0 for 1. He struck out looking back in the second. Righty's fastball misses away. Green will take a strike here from Brown. 1-2 the count. Fastball misses low and away. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. The second time Connor Green has gone down for a strikeout. And a great start for Brown on in relief. Top of the order we go in the shortstop, number 1, and Henry Green. He's 1 for 1 with a single, 2 runs scored, 2 stolen bases. So this one will miss. That one catches the corner for a strike. One lifted towards right field, down the line, and just foul. Just missing by about a foot from Henry Green. One-two pitch from Brown. This one will stay high above the letters, and we'll even the count at 2-2. Brown delivers another fastball, just missing off the plate. And a full count here to Henry Green. Brown looking for his second strikeout in relief here this inning. Misses in the dirt for ball 4. First walk issued to Plymouth here today, and it'll bring up Devlin Costa, the center fielder. He's 2 for 2, 2 singles and a run scored. Does have 2 stolen bases as well. Throw over, checking on the runner, and just diving back is Green safely. Kind of had the roadrunner effect with his feet kind of moving in the mud. Green with a nice lead at first. This one fouled straight to the backstop. Brown much different than Crane we saw. Another throw over, checking on the runner. Crane with about a two-step lead. Looking for his third stolen base. Good time off and running. And no chance there. Plymouth Bounty. The third stolen base by Henry Green. Oh, 2 the count. This one will get to the backstop. Green off and running for third on the wild pitch. And he'll be held up there. Fourth run of the game, 90 feet away for Plymouth Regional. Good crowd lining the hillside on the first base and right field fence. Hope you fans are enjoying this at home, wherever you're watching from. A fastball just misses off the plate. Bounty's been busy catching this afternoon for the Spartans, but he's done well keeping most of these in front of him. The 2-2. In on the hands. This one, seeing eye single to left. That's going to drive in Green and a 4-0 lead for the Bobcats. And Costa is now 3 for 3 today. Will step in will be Nick Quayle, the first baseman. He was 0 for 2 with a ground out and a pop out, but he's had some spectacular plays at first base defensively this afternoon. A changeup. Catches on the curveball, actually, for a strike. Fooled Quayle. Still only one out here in the fourth. Another throw over, checking on Costa. Costa's off and running. Pitch out. And that one will reach center field. Costa's going to stay at second. And he'll have his third stolen base of the afternoon. So a 1-1 count here to Quayle. Big swing and a miss. This is a challenging pitch there from Brown. He's bringing his gas here in relief in the fourth. Off the end of the bat, and that'll be tapped foul on the third base side. One-two pitch again for Quayle. Brown checks over, now throws back, and great snag there from Curtis to keep that one from getting to center field. This one lifted straight back and out of play. Defensive swing there from Quayle. Chopper finding the gap at second. Bossy charging in, and no play. Bossy was sitting deep back at second, so an infield single for Quayle. So I'll put runners on the corners now for Andrew Baxter, the third baseman, who's 1 for 2 with a single and a strikeout. with Costa over at third. Quayle now at first. Still only one out here in the fourth after Brown came in relief, coming in from center field to pitch for Crane. He got that strikeout on Connor Green to start this inning. But a walk in back-to-back singles now for Plymouth. Off and running. Good jump there from Quayle. He'll get in standing up on the strike. The 0-1 in the dirt. Now 2 runners in scoring position for the Bobcats. This fastball stays inside by the letters. Two 1 count. This one fouled straight back into the trees. Just power v. power here in the bottom of the fourth inning. Corrections to 2-2 count. This one just missing high. We'll run the count full. The righty comes set, now delivers the 3-2 pitch. In on the hands, lifted to shallow center, and get past the dive of Crane. 1 run will come home. Rounding and coming home is Quayle. And it's a 2 RBI double for Andrew Baxter. So things have been broken open now for the Bobcats. They now lead 6-0. Bring up Cole Johnston, the catcher. Beautiful pitch from Brown, catches the zone. Backs Johnson off the plate. Time called. Already 3 runs this inning for the Bobcats. Here in the bottom of the fourth. Curveball stays inside. Johnson has to duck away from it. And Dan Salzer, Granite State Sports Network. Here on Pemmy Baker TV as well. Fastball from Brown for a strike. 1-2 the count. Brown trying to get the second strikeout of the inning, the second out as well. Curveball held on by LaBounty. Both teams desperate for a win here today. The 2-2. Misses low below the knees from Brown. It's had to work a lot here in the fourth inning in relief. Payoff pitch, fouled straight back. Do it again, 3-2. Brown gets the sign, checks over his shoulder, now delivers the off-speed pitch for the strikeout. Fooled Johnson. And we'll put 2 away here in the fourth. They'll send Owen Brickley, the second baseman, to the plate. Brickley's 0 for 2 with a ground out and a fly out on the sac fly last inning. Does have that one RBI. Trying to drive in another. He'll take a strike here on the nice curveball from Brown. Apologize for Crane, Griffin Crane there in the front of the center field camera, the pitch camera. Throw back, checking on the runner at second. Baxter gets back safely. Curtis does well, rolling over him to keep the ball on the infield. Fastball, a bounty with another nice pick. A throw over, gets him by a mile. On Baxter trying to steal. He thought that one was going to get away. Great pickoff there from LaBounty behind the plate. That ends this side, but the damage has been done. 3 come across the plate for Plymouth Regional. They lead 6-0 as we head to the 5th inning here on GSSN and Pemmy Baker TV.
The NFHS Learning Center is the leader in online education for the interscholastic community. At NFHSLearn.com, you can find over 60 courses for coaches, administrators, officials, parents, students, and performing arts programs, including over 25 free courses such as concussion in sports, heat illness prevention, sudden cardiac arrest, and protecting students from abuse. For more information, visit the NFHS Learning Center.
Connor Bossy 0 for 1 with a ground out to short back in the 2nd inning. First pitch offered. Lifts this one to center. Costa tracks it down nicely. A good jump from him. And 1 up, 1 down here in the 5th. So 1 pitch, 1 out here in the 5th. And Maddox is pitching an absolute gem. Has surrendered 1 hit here this afternoon. Riley Corrigan, the right fielder, will step in. He flied out to center. His only time up in the 2nd. Changeup just misses. Again, we're saying that it's a hit for Jack Curtis last inning and not an error. So we have it as the no-hitter's over. So that pitch taken for a strike. But we're unofficial. We can't see the scoreboard. We don't have the official scoreboard near us here in the right field fence, so it could still possibly be a no-hitter going for Ken Maddox at the moment. Another off-speed pitch missing downstairs. The 2-1. In on the hands. Chopper right back at Maddox. Throw over easily. And 2 away here in the 5th. Bring up Braden Wright, the designated hitter. White 0 for 1. He popped out to short. His only time up in the 3rd. Fastball from Maddox stays high. And Maddox does have a strikeout against Griffin Crane on that throwdown from Johnson trying to pick off Curtis. Two-0 count. This one will catch for a strike. Maddox trying to get his 4th 1-2-3 inning. This will bouncer through the legs there of Baxter on a funny bounce. Expect that one to go as an error. Bring up Garrett LaChance, the left fielder, who's 0 for 1 with a strikeout. Trying to get a 2-out rally going with his team trailing by 6. Pickoff attempt at first. Diving back safely there is White. Another pickoff attempt. White gets back standing up this time. Check swing, roller at short. Green, throw over. It's going to pull Quayle off the bag. And rounding far there is LaChance. So LaChance caught a rundown. That's going to end this side. So LaChance had the hit on the E6 from Green, pulling Quayle off the bag, but then gets tagged on the putout 3U. That ends the side of confusion. He made that step towards second, so that made him fair game and easy play for Quayle. So couple of errors here on the Bobcats, but nothing comes of it for the White Mountain Spartans. As we head to the bottom of the fifth, it's Plymouth Regional 6, White Mountains nothing here on GSSN and Pemmy Baker TV. So here we go to the bottom of the fifth inning. Owen Brickley stepping in now. He was at that bat on the pickoff at third as he'll take the curveball for a strike here. Fastball from Brown pounds the strike zone. 0-2 here to Brickley. Chopper going foul straight back. We'll do it again, 0-2. In on the hands, and he'll go around. Third strikeout for Brown in relief to get things going here in the bottom of the fifth. He'll send Ken Maddox to the plate, the pitcher, who trying to help out his own cause. He's been hit by a pitch twice here this afternoon. And he gets more than one pitch this time, as this one will miss for a ball. And hit by a pitch for Maddox on the first pitch of his two at-bats going into this one. The 1-0 swung on and missed on the foul tip. Fastball misses away from Brown. Off-speed misses, makes the count 3-1. First time we've had that count here today. And a walk issued here to Maddox. Third time he's reached base. So we are getting a change for Jack Curtis. He'll reach on the error in the fourth inning, so technically the no-hitter still going for Maddox. One out, one on. Patrick Baum, the right fielder, steps in. Snap throw down, and a close play at first. And diving back safely there is Maddox, leaning the other way. Another throw over, checking on the runner at first. And all the action has happened at the top of the order for the Bobcats, and that's exactly what Brown is trying to avoid getting to. Bunt laid down by Mom beautifully down the first base line. Tag is applied. Maddox overruns second, but slides back in safely a couple of times. It's been close for him on the base path. But 2 away now here in the 5th. Bottom of the order, and Connor Green, the left fielder, is 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts. Another runner in scoring position for Plymouth. Trying to add to their 6-0 lead. Fastball swung on a miss there from Green. Framed by LaBounty and just missing below the knees is the call. We'll leaving the count at 1-1. This one sent straight back. White Mountains trying to get out of the inning without a run for the first time since the second inning. 2 away here in the 5th. 1-2. At the knees, framed, just misses. Leaving the count at 2-2 here. LaBounty's been very busy behind the plate for the Spartans this afternoon. The 2-2 from Brown comes set, now delivers. Catches the corner, strike 3. He'll get his 3rd strikeout in relief. But the biggest thing is the Bobcats are held off the board here in the 5th. We head to the top of the 6th inning, 6-0 Plymouth Regional. Back here as we head to the top of the 6th inning, and time really starting to run out here for White Mountains. 9-1-2 expected for the Spartans. And LaBounty, Curtis, and Hicks. Again, Curtis's hit has been taken away. It's been made an error, so the no-hit bid still in effect for Ken Maddox, who's pitched an absolute gem so far for the Bobcats. Have been 3 errors behind him. First pitch, LaBounty misses high and away. Got Dan Salzer alongside our producer and Andrew Fenn here on Granite State Sports Network. And Pemmy Baker TV as this curveball misses at the feet, down and in. Update of softball between White Mountains and Plymouth Regional. Move down to Chase Field at Plymouth State University because of the field conditions up at White Mountains. 3-3 score in the 3rd inning on that one. Being brought to you by our friends over at NSN on that broadcast because it was supposed to be up north here today. Two-one pitch ready. Changeup catches the bottom corner for a strike. Maddox living with that off-speed pitch here today. Curveball lifted to right field. Mom waited a second to go for it and then charges it down for 1 out. Looked like he hesitated on that one. I think he was going to stay with Brickley at second, but Mom able to make the attack on it for that first out. Back to the top of the order we go, and Jack Curtis, the shortstop, reached on an error, stole a base as well last time up in the fourth. As this bunt to tap miss is foul on the third baseline. Also grounded out in the first inning. Almost a slap bunt this time will go foul, and quickly Curtis down 0-2, trying to get any kind of offense going here for the defending Division III champions. Fouled straight back by Curtis. We'll do it again, 0-2. I say this one hit him, so Curtis will reach for the second time here today. So Tyler Hicks will step in, the third baseman. He's 0 for 2 with a ground out and a fly out. First pitch for a strike there to Hicks. Golf shot sent out to center, back towards the fence. That one's going to drop over the head of Costa. And a double coming for Tyler Hicks that'll break up the no-hitter. And now two runners in scoring position for the Spartans here in the top of the sixth inning. Finally, some life here for White Mountains. Beautiful piece of hitting there from Hicks. Griffin Crane, the center fielder, stepping in now. The pitcher for the Spartans to start the game, moved to center in the fourth. Trying to drive in some runs here. He's 0 for 2 with a ground out and a strikeout swinging. Curveball reaching forward, sent over at first. Quayle knocks it down. And that will be out number 2, but the run will score. And a 6-1 lead now for Plymouth. But the Spartans are on the board here. Bring out the pitcher in Braxton Brown. Trying to get something else going here in a 2-out rally. He's 0 for 2 with a ground out and a pop out in foul territory. Slider misses down in the dirt. 2-0 count here to Brown. Another off-speed pitch. Just misses. And we'll see if Brown has the green light here with a 3-0 count. Maddox delivers. This one misses away. Ball 4, and you wonder how much longer Ken Maddox is going to go here. He's pitched a gem up until this point. Runners on the corners for the Spartans as they trail by 5. Bring up Connor Bossy, the second baseman. 0 for 2 with a ground out and a fly out to center. This one sliced foul on the first base side of the bleachers on top of the hill. So now officially a no-hitter broken up. This one skips into the dirt. Johnson keeps it in front of him to keep a run off the board, but Brown will take second on the wild pitch. Really impressed by the catchers for both teams here today and their ability to knock a lot of these wild pitches down and keep them in front of them. Swung on, chopper sent at third, throw across the diamond from Baxter in time for out number 3. So a run comes across the plate for White Mountains, but that's all they can do as we head to the bottom of the 6th. 6-1 Plymouth Regional out ahead. Bottom of the 6th inning here. Plymouth Regional, top of the order, due up. Henry Green, Devin Costa, and Nick Quayle. And those 3 have been deadly once they've especially reached base here this afternoon. Between them, 7 stolen bases. First pitch offered here from Henry Green, the shortstop, lifted to left center field, and sliding over is LaChance. And 1 up, 1 down here for Plymouth in the 6th. Stepping in will be number 9, the center fielder, and Devlin Costa. Costa 3 for 3 with 3 singles, 2 runs scored, and an RBI with 3 stolen bases. Great job so far in the 2 spot. Pitch. It's going to hit him. So another hit by pitch here from both teams this afternoon. It's the first time correction, it is not Brown back up there. New pitcher on here for the Spartans. This one misses high and inside. Be that of Gunnar Carr, who was playing first base. Now into pitch, the lefty delivers. This one lifted towards the backstop and playable. Caught there by LaBounty, throw over, and that'll double him off. So poor base running there from Costa. Gets caught on the pickoff. 2-3, and a foul pop out there for Quayle. That ends this side. So 1, 2, 3, go. The Bobcats, for the first time here this game, we head to the 7th last chance for the Spartans here on the Granite State Sports Network in Pemmy Baker TV. Fans tune in on Wednesday for Boys Lacrosse Senior Day as the Bobcats take on Milford in the Spartans at 4 p.m. You can join us for pregame coverage about 15 minutes beforehand. We'll try to show you the Senior Day ceremony as the Bobcats look to finish strong here in 2019. That'll be live right here on the Granite State Sports Network in Pemmy Baker TV. Welcome back. Here's we head to the top of the 7th inning. Spartans need 5 runs to continue this game. So we head to the bottom part of the order. Just past the heart of the order. 6, 7, 8 due up for the Spartans. Riley Corrigan, the right fielder, will step in 0 for 2 with 2 groundouts. First pitch offer. That one's going to be lined to left. And a leadoff single here for White Mountains. That has some life in the Spartans dugout on the first base side. as Brandon White, the designated hitter, will step in. He's 0 for 1 on a pop out to short. Also reached on an error his last time up. As we're going to have a pitching change here. So Devlin, or correction, we're going to see who it's going to be. Yep, so it's going to be Owen Brickley take over action here for Maddox, who's pitched to Jem up until the last couple of innings. So we'll see where the defensive changes will go. To second, we'll step aside real quick. Pitching change here with Plymouth Regional.
The NFHS Learning Center is the leader in online education for the interscholastic community. At NFHSlearn.com, you can find over 60 courses for coaches, administrators, officials, parents, students, and performing arts programs, including over 25 free courses such as concussion in sports, heat illness prevention, sudden cardiac arrest, and protecting students from abuse. For more information, visit the NFHS Learning Center.
So back here after the pitching change. Looking at things, Costa now moves to second, with Maddox moving over to first after pitching. Quayle would go to center field as a first pitch strike there to Brandon White. Brickley trying to end this here. This one into the dirt, skips away. And on the wild pitch, Corrigan in scoring position. But an 0-2 count now to White. Again, Sun playing a havoc a little bit in left and center field here. And Sky, it might be trouble. No outs here, top of the seventh. Runner in scoring position for the Spartans. Reaching too much for this one is Brickley. That one skips in front of the plate. The 1-2 pitch from Brickley. Fastball swung on and missed. Strike three. 1 away now in the seventh. Good hitting there. Oh, yeah. Stepping in will be Garrett LaChance, the left fielder, who's 0 for 1. They strike out, also reached on an error. We'll take a strike here. Yeah, I wasn't going to do it live. And I never going to do it live. There's no point. Take forever. Chopper sent at short, charging in hard. Here is Green. Throw over, and in time for out number 2. So the Spartans are down to their final out here. Bottom of the order, and Prony LaBounty, the catcher, who's 0 for 2 with a pop out in foul territory and a fly out to right. His last time up, last inning. Trying to keep this game going. Fastball from Brickley for a strike. Has a little bit of a hop on the mound. Got to be careful he doesn't balk. Trying to end it here. This one in the dirt. We're leaving the count up at 1-1. Fans watching on Pemmy Baker TV, stay tuned. Post-game interview. This one just missing on the fastball. Those of you watching on GSSN Live here. Wrap things up with our final thoughts here after the end of this one. It's been exciting. Swung on and missed. Big cut taken from the bounty. And White Mountains is down to their final strike. The 2-2 pitch. The delivery. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. That's going to do it. Brickley gets 2 strikeouts here. Okay, it's not going to be a save, but a big win for Plymouth Regional as they move to 10-4 on the season. The Spartans of White Mountains drops to 9-6 here in 2019 as Ken Maddox will pick up the win this afternoon. Crane will pick up the loss for the Spartans, and a big effort that really came, some great defensive stops by the Bobcats in the early going, really through the first 5 innings. It wasn't till the 6th when the Spartans got their first hit of the ball game officially, thanks to Tyler Hicks's double off the center field wall that nearly went out of the ballpark for a 2-run shot. But it was consistent play from really the top of the order and the defensive play for the Bobcats that nailed things down here. That's going to do it for us here live on the Granite State Sports Network. Again, you fans watching on Pemmy Baker TV, stay tuned. We'll have a post-game interview for you. Back here live at Plymouth Regional High School, Dan Selzer and Granite State Sports Network and Pemmy Baker TV. Joined now with Bobcats head coach Mike Boyle. Coach, a great win for your team here today after a tough rain delay. It was questionable if we're going to get the game in this afternoon, but what impressed you the most about your team's play in this critical win?
You know, these guys all spring have shown up and beat the adversity of the weather. So today was no exception. We had Kenny Maddox on the hill, and that's a guy that nothing phases him. So he came out and threw a gem for us, and really that was the story.
Speaking about Ken Maddox, again, getting that no-hit bid into the 6th inning, getting it broken up with that double off the fence there from Tyler Hicks. But really, he lived and almost died by the off-speed pitch here today. What was working well for him on the mound?
Well, the story with Ken is that he pounds the strike zone. I think he had, 13 the first 13 batters as first pitch strikes. So he's getting ahead of guys, and that allows him to mix it up and use his off-speed stuff, and he's in control. So his control today was really the story.
Looking at that control, it was also 9 up for him, 9 down to start the game on some great defensive plays behind him. What impressed you the most about your team defensively here this afternoon?
Well, again, with this spring the way it's gone, I think we've had an opportunity to get outside a little bit more and get some more practice, get the reps in. So it's coming. It was a long spring, long winter, I should say. But things are starting to come around. So, and this is a good time. We got to get back to work tomorrow and keep things clicking.
Workhorse is the top of the order for your team at the plate. A lot of stolen bases, 7 in the top 3 in the order. Those are where the singles were coming from. What impressed you about the top of your order at the plate here this afternoon?
Yeah, really the top 2 guys, Henry Green and Devlin Costa of late have been right on top of things. And when they do well, we do well. Those guys get on base and get around the base path. Good things happen. We put the ball in play and they can run. On their own steal bases. We don't have to bunt them over, things like that. So we got to keep that going, as the season ends up here.
Looking at things, what are your biggest takeaways as you head into your final regular season road game at Kennett on Wednesday that you still need to kind of work on heading towards playoffs?
Well, we just at this point in the year, it's it's a long road for these seniors. So we got to stay focused. We're going to go how they go. And if we can do that and get healthy, stay healthy, I think good things will happen.
Coach, thank you for your time. Congratulations on a great win.
Great. Thanks, Dan. Appreciate it.
So that's going to do it for us here on Pemmy Baker TV. We thank you for joining us all afternoon through the weather delays we had with the torrential storms we had supposed to start at 4 o'clock, got going at 5 o'clock. But it's been an exciting one to watch as we heard from Coach, a great pitching duel batted out here today. Maddox with a no-hit bid into the 6th inning. He just couldn't come through in the end. But it's Owen Brickley coming through clutch in the 7th on the mound to help seal up the victory. Final score for the final time. It's Plymouth Regional 6 and the White Mountain Spartans 1. We thank you for joining us. For our producer and Andrew Fenn, I'm Dan Salzer. We'll see you on Wednesday for boys lacrosse here at Plymouth Regional High School.